Welcome back. It is Bo's Man Cave, 1450 AM ESPN, Ventura County, Santa Barbara County, keeping it local, taking to the front row of the local scene. And we've got a really special guest here. It is Dr. Vanessa White. She's created collegesportsrecruitingnow.com. Once again, I want to stress, absolutely free to the athlete. And we've been talking about how you could get in touch and find out about colleges, find out about scholarships, get your story out there. You could even post your own videos on our webpage. Absolutely free. collegesportsrecruitingnow.com. If you haven't looked it up yet, parents, get on it. Punch it up right now. Dr. White, thank you so much for stopping by Bo's Man Cave here. Let's talk about videos. Now, the kids could go up there. They could post their community events they're involved with. There's statistics, even from 7th grade. Mm-hmm. What about the videos? Like, parents are taking videos at games. Hold on to them. And maybe what should they be showcasing for the kids or saying while it's recording?
Well, and that's one of the nice things that we offer on the site, are those types of resources. When parents are taking videos of their kids, what's very important to a college coach is to know who that kid is in the video. If you've got a bunch of student athletes running around, how do you pick out that one? So as the parent is videotaping, the coach wants to hear something like, my daughter is number 12. She's got blonde hair and a ponytail. She's the point guard. She's got the ball right now. Give something, and also tell what type of event this is. Is it just a regular basketball game that's a conference game, or is this a state level championship game, CIF, final game? You know, that's a big level of competition there that they want to know.
You know, it seems like an obvious thing to do, but imagine if you send in that video and look, oh, my daughter's doing great, and it's soccer, and there's, whatever, 14 kids on. You're like, oh, which one is it?
Right.
So that's a great reminder.
Mm-hmm. Almost have to think of it as you are the play-by-play guy.
Right.
On tape. You have to announce your child's movements.
Right.
Because nobody else knows.
And watch what you say.
Yeah, that might be showing a little too much character.
That happens.
You know what I mean? To the college coaches, like, oh, the parents. The kid looks good. The parents, though, we're going to have to watch them. You've had the site up for 10 years, but you said with the technology, it's gotten better.
Right.
Right now, it's going full steam ahead all across the country. College coaches are looking at it at all different division levels. Mm-hmm. What kind of research went into it? I mean, did you seek out coaches to say, hey, what do you really want to know about these student athletes?
Yeah, I literally spent, like I said, hundreds of hours on the phone with these college and talking to not just, the major sports. I talked to rowing coaches, bowling coaches, skiing coaches, and, kind of interesting things arose from different sports. Swimming coaches want to know what size shoe you wear. How big is your foot? Because obviously, I guess bigger flippers, you can swim faster.
My size 9s ain't going to do anything in that little swimming pool there.
Ian Thorpe, an Australian swimmer, has a size 17 shoe. So that would be if you came across a student athlete's profile who had size 15, 16, Shaq type of, shoe, that's going to be significant to that swim coach.
Wow.
Yes.
17?
I know. Well,
that's a motor back then.
Did they even make them that big?
Well, and the wrestling coaches were interested in wingspan. They want to know, and that's also actually an MMA stat that's given frequently as well. How long are you from middle finger to middle finger when your arms are outstretched from the side of your body? Because I guess wrestlers, you can grab easier. I don't know, wrap around whatever they need to do, or with their wrestling. And
golf coaches, what are they looking for?
Golf coaches, they don't want to know how far you hit the ball. That seems to be, kind of fun for especially the high school golfers. Oh, how far do you drive the ball? Well, no, college coaches want to know, what tournaments are you playing in? Where is the course? And what are your scores? Because if you're hitting a 65 on a course that is only par 65, big deal. But if you hit a 65 on a course that's par 70-something, that's obviously a lot more substantial, a bit of information.
And you can bomb at 300 yards, but it doesn't mean anything unless it's down the fairway.
But can you putt? Can you, there's other factors involved with that.
And that's why I never did very well in college golf, because I could hit it far, I just couldn't hit it straight.
So true. They call me Small Bucket Bo. I always have an extra couple balls in the pocket. Always got a couple extra ones there. If I hit a bad shot, I'm dropping another ball before anybody even notices.
It comes right out the pant leg. It's like, oh, there it is.
There it is. Foot wedge is my best club. Come on.
Oh, very nice.
I don't know if I want to put that on the webpage. This is too cool, parents. Check it out. 100% free to the student athlete. collegesportsrecruitingnow.com. Definitely check it out. Find out about 2-year and 4-year programs. Find out about who. Let's go back to something I heard you said earlier that was really interesting to me. Is say, let's pick a sport, women's basketball, and you're a good three-point shooter. You could literally go in there and go, I'm a junior in high school, right? And you say, I'm a good three-point shooter. Are there any, and that will, some schools will pop up saying they're looking for three-point shooters?
That's a little bit more specific than what we have, but if a coach is looking for a point guard,
okay,
or a two guard, or a three guard, whatever the position is, that's what they're going to find. You can provide that information, though, within the site. We have places, to text fields where student athletes or college coaches, depending on who's in what profile, can add additional information to supplement what we already have listed in the profile, of course.
So it's more positioning, but something like an individual sport, like maybe a bowling, what would you put up then?
It's kind of generic criteria, state, location where they want to go to school.
Okay.
If the school offers athletic scholarships or not. Some of them do. Division III schools don't offer athletic scholarships. However, this is a very important piece of information. Division III schools do offer other forms of financial assistance. So this is important for the mid-level athlete to know. Somebody who's not going to go Division I or might go a lower Division I, Division II, Division III. There's other forms of financial assistance available. You don't always have to get an athletic scholarship. There's academics, there's different disciplines if you're into criminal justice, whatever it happens to be, and you can compile a number of scholarships that can actually get you through what you need to for school.
And there is a section on there about financial aid. Is that how deep you go with it?
Yes, we offer all the relevant sources to apply for what they call the FAFSA, which is your financial aid packet that you fill out for any school you're going to go to. You fill it out one time, it's submitted, and then you are awarded a certain amount of money or not, depending upon your financial status with your parents and other tax information that's boring. But specifically, this particular site really gears itself toward those Division II and III tiered athletes who might not be the first string. You know, they're playing second string quarterback, and I really need to get a scholarship, or I really want to go to school and get some playing time. I can market myself to these coaches because they're not coming after me. I'm not the highly sought after athlete. Now, especially for the athlete who can't afford it. There was a young man here locally whom I spoke to probably about 2 months ago, and he's a local golfer, and I asked him, I said, how do you get yourself known? How do you catch the attention of college coaches? And he told me, he said, what I have to do is I have to go to tournaments on the weekends. And the tournaments are very expensive, and the travel is very expensive. So only those kids who can afford that get seen by those college coaches in those weekend tournaments. So he said, basically, I'm on my own. So I thought, wow, what a viable option for this kid. His only option right now is to enter into these tournaments. Now he has a nationwide perspective of coaches who also might be looking for him as well. So,
you know what? I thought it was just a cool webpage. Now you're talking about convenience for the kid and the parents. Convenience. That is just great. It's at your fingertips. CollegeSportsRecruitingNow.com. If you haven't looked at it yet, please do. Get that free online account. And, wow, you know, you're ready to go that next level and play. All different sports are represented. Coaches all across the country. This is too cool. Any other success stories that just jump off at you? You're thinking that really that you remember right offhand?
You know, there's a number of them.
You know, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Do people call you and say thank you? Have you gotten, hey, thanks, this really helped, got me there? Or do coaches give you the thank you note? I mean, do they send you the comments like, wow, we would have never found the kid, thank you? Or should I be telling them, hey, thank Dr. White already, give her some love. She helped me get the players.
Well, when you have me back in a couple months, I'll be able to give you that information.
Right.
We've literally just launched, our official site a couple weeks ago. And like I said, it's been in the making for a few years now.
Right.
But this is the first time we've taken it to this level with this number. We've got 22 sports on there, 22 college sports, both men's and women's. And we would like to bring those success stories to you again in the future, the very near future, by the way.
There you go. Hey, there's tons of sports going on right now, so kids got to be getting excited. But it could start as early as 7th grade. And I am a 7th grader, and I know we talk to her sometimes. Hey, you're thinking about college? You're going to put in the time to get there? And luckily, the college coaches and the athletic directors we've had in so far stress grades, really grades. And is there somewhere to post grades on there? Is
Absolutely.
That okay.
We actually have, as part of our profiles on both sides for the student athletes, they input what their GPA is. And one of the search criteria on both sides, if I'm a student athlete, when I'm searching, I can say, okay, I'm a middle blocker. I want to play volleyball in California, and my GPA is 2.0. Enter. All those schools that would accept a 2.0 GPA will come up as part of her search. Let's say she's a 3.0. Same thing. There are some schools, if you're Stanford University, you're not taking 2.0s, even though that's the minimum GPA required by the NC2A and the NAIA. So if you're a 3.0, 4.0, 5.0 with some schools, those schools are going to seek you out or find you on this site because you can search by that specific criteria of GPA on both sides. The college coaches can do it as well. They look for a minimum GPA from student athletes as well.
I wish this was around when I played. I mean, this is so convenient and it's free. CollegeSportsRecruitingNow.com. Because I remember I was one of those guys who did really good in high school football and my junior year, all state, all that stuff down in Florida. And then I got an injury my senior year. So I didn't get much playing time my senior year because of an injury. So a lot of these scholarship offers started fading because I didn't play my senior year. And I had to send out the big VHS tape to a couple schools like, hey.
The padded mailer.
The padded mailer that got expensive.
Yeah.
And then when you send it, boy.
And you never got it back.
No, you never got it back. And you didn't even know what they got. And you're calling the coach like, hey, did you get that? And they're like, who are you?
What?
And yeah, so this is neat. I like this a lot. Like it a lot. CollegeSportsRecruitingNow.com. Dr. White, are we missing anything? I mean...
I would just like to add that I would seek to find every Ventura high school or every athlete in this county, challenge them to sign up and get their profiles on the site and see where it takes them. Get them to the next level, help them market themselves, and, kind of ride this momentum wave to get kids starting on their recruiting process.
Yeah, no matter what sport, football, baseball, basketball, golf, tennis. Mm-hmm. Let's keep going. Mm-hmm. Volleyball. You said rowing and bowling.
Rowing, bowling, rifle, skiing.
I can't get over the rowing. I can't. Well, okay, rowing, rifles. What else starts with an R? That's just really random.
Well, what's funny about rifle is in rifle, you shoot standing up and lying down. And college coaches are really only interested in what are called your standing scores while you're standing up, because apparently that's, I guess, the most difficult position to be in when you shoot or something. I could be wrong about this, but
it just moves you that 1/10 of an inch.
Maybe they only use standing scores in college, so they're only interested in while you're standing. So it's fascinating to learn about, even the Cal Poly wrestler with the video that he did. Here was something that turned so powerfully positive from the agony of defeat. I mean, we've all seen the ABC, Wide World of Sports intro, and this poor kid. I mean, he took the initiative to make it something positive, and who knew that out of that would be something that we would learn that we could pass along to everybody else, that now is the #1 video kids should have in their video portfolio.
I like it. Ventura County, Santa Barbara County, don't be shy. Check it out. It's free. It's free. Parents, you're at work right now. The boss is not looking over your shoulder. Type it in. CollegeSportsRecruitingNow.com. We'll be right back. Hang on, Dr. White. It is 1450 AM ESPN, Ventura County, Santa Barbara County.